Gasoline and diesel-powered military vehicles seem to be very common. But what about the military vehicle which is hydrogen-powered? Now that is superb. And General Motors came up with the awesome idea in developing the car using hydrocarbon fuel, which is named Chevrolet Colorado ZH2. So how cool is the ZH2 hydrogen-powered vehicle? Chevrolet Colorado ZH2 is the most extreme off-road capable, fuel cell-powered electric vehicle ever from General Motors. Unveiled during a conference of the Association of the U.S. Army in Washington, D.C., the Chevrolet Colorado ZH2 began the first field testing in 2017 by the U.S. Army to evaluate effectiveness of a hydrogen fuel cell power off-road vehicle in mission settings. General Motors and the U.S. Army Tank Automotive Research Development and Engineering Center, or TARDEC, have succeeded to get the Colorado ZH2 from contract to concept in less than a year. GM and TARDEC began collaborating in 2013 with the stated objective of creating improved materials and designs for various fuel-celled components. It helps that both organizations have substantial research centers in Warren, Michigan, a suburb in Detroit. The majority of the assembly work for the Colorado ZH2 was done at GM's Advanced Vehicle Integration Plant, in that city where GM is using a variety of innovative technology. The Colorado ZH2 is constructed on a stretched mid-size truck chassis with drastically altered bodywork and several other changes. While the cab is still fairly identifiable as a current-generation Colorado, the hood, fenders, front-end design, and bed are substantially different. It stands more than 6.5 feet tall and more than 7 feet wide. The ZH2 is reinforced both inside and out and rides on 37-inch tires with a specifically designed suspension that allows it to climb and descend all types of terrain. The ZH2's four-wheel drive transfer case and beadlock wheels, which enable low tire pressures without risk of the tire ripping off the wheel rim, provide ample off-road grip. The electric drivetrain's clever feature is its micrometer output control. There's no clutch pedal or torque converter to screw up things while crawling by sending too much power to the driving wheels. GM previously tested fuel cell powertrains in a fleet of 100 hydrogen-powered Chevrolet Equinox SUVs. It says that 5,000 test drivers had driven 3.1 million miles in the 119-vehicle fleet. GM and Honda had a technology sharing agreement in place to integrate the two companies' efforts on various aspects of fuel cell technology and automobiles. Then in 2017, the U.S. Army put the Colorado ZH2 through rigorous field testing to establish the practicality of hydrogen-powered vehicles on military missions. The ZH2 fuel cell was evaluated by the Army for the following. Number 1, near-silent functioning allowing for quiet monitoring. Number 2, reduced acoustic and thermal signatures. Number 3, electric drive providing high wheel torque at all speeds. Number 4, low fuel usage throughout the operational range. And number 5, water byproduct for field applications. In brief, fuel cell on ZH2s have the potential to considerably enhance the capabilities of Army vehicles through silent operation, exportable power, and strong torque performance, all of which are very compelling to operate this technology on the combat zone. The Chevrolet Colorado ZH2 is a hybrid military vehicle featuring a jet propellant, or GP8, diesel-powered unmanned ground vehicle driven by a solid oxide fuel cell. A vehicle like this might relieve some of the load on the dismounted soldiers. This is mainly because it eliminates the need to carry hefty batteries and providing quiet stealth. Also, this is to challenge the fact that liquid hydrocarbon fuel's energy density and portability of the ZH2 have been critical issues. Therefore, TARDEC features a reformer that converts GP8 to hydrogen to fill the 10,000-pound per square inch ZH2 tanks. It powers tanks, vehicles, turbines, and generators. These palletized reformers might also create fuel for fixed fuel cells, which could power a remote military base. Besides that, the Colorado ZH2 features an Exportable Power Take-Off, or EPTO unit, which enables the fuel cell to power activity away from the vehicle, such as to distant regions where electricity infrastructure might be unavailable. The EPTO's versatility is one of the possible advantages that Army officials see in fuel cell vehicles. Given this, you don't have to worry where the Army anticipates finding bottled hydrogen on a battlefield. Further to this, when you hear about a hydrogen-powered military vehicle, you'd probably think, so what happens if someone shoots at the hydrogen tanks? Well, GM has confirmed that the tanks, which hold 10,000 pounds per square inch, or 700 bar of hydrogen, are bulletproof. Even the .50 Browning machine gun shots, with the kinetic energy of a 2,500-pound automobile traveling at roughly 10 miles per hour, only bounce off the hydrogen tanks. This is because all of its energy is concentrated in an area smaller than a dime, rather than scattered across an energy-absorbing bumper. It is a good thing that the hydrogen storage tanks are bouncing. If a tank breach is discovered, the Chevrolet Colorado ZH2 concept directs its volatile hydrogen upward. The Chevy Colorado ZH2 has off-road suspension derived from the Colorado ZR2 pre-runner. The proton exchange membrane fuel cell and electric motor on the ZH2 are directly transferred from the Equinox fuel cell vehicle. The battery, which serves as a buffer for the power generated by the fuel cell, is also rather modest. A tumorous-looking hood bulge houses the fuel cell stack above the 177 horsepower electric engine, while heat exchangers comprise the hunchback behind the cab. The ZH2 car promotes a low heat signature and near-silent operation. Although on starting and shutdown, the 93 kilowatt fuel cell generates a Darth Vader-like huff, which causes the heavy breathing of the car. This ZH2's heavy breathing is actually used to clear the system of water, which, like other power generated by the stack, is produced when the fuel cell mixes hydrogen and oxygen. If a fuel cell-powered military vehicle is manufactured, the water produced will certainly be gathered, filtered, and utilized by troops, although for washing and cleaning rather than drinking. However, it is predicted that the ZH2 fuel cell car will be able to manufacture clean drinking water in the field. The ZH2's fuel cell electric powertrain has a heat signature of around 140 degrees, which can be detected from about 1.2 miles away. The hydrogen fuel cell is also quieter, both at idle and in operation. Throughout 2-hour gunshot exposure to the ZH2 at GM's Milford Proving Ground, it was over whoop-de-doos at a respectable rate. The car can also climb a 15-foot embankment and vanish quietly behind it. With little engine noise, the ZH2 is virtually unnoticeable until it is right on top of you. This stealthy vehicle is definitely beneficial for the U.S. military operation. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.